Bippity boppity boop, bippity boppity boop. Here we are. Yes, it's true. You and I on the other side of that screen. And I am grateful for you, grateful for us to be here in this time, in this space, knowing who we are, awakened, aware, conscious of our inner and external state, knowing that hocus pocus, we don't lose focus. Abracadabra, the words we speak, we solely create in our reality each and every day. We are the ones who were called, answered, and here we stand, risen, with all that our ancestors have inscripted in our soul and our spirit. Now, this full moon in Cancer is coming through, and it is enhancing, heightening your intuition. First message, make sure you trust your intuition as this full moon energy settles in. There will be a lot of illuminations. There will be a lot of things divinely given to you through meditation, the dream state, deja vu, visions, however you connect with your gifts. You're going to be given certain things, and you're going to need to trust what you're being given. If you need to write it down, write it down. I'm telling you, I'm so serious and adamant about not only my journey, but yours too. I not only show up for me, family, I show up for you too, intercessing too. I want us to show up and do just what it was we were called into creation to do. Why? Because you are worthy. You are enough. And you knew that consciously when you took the contract to come into this earthly space. And that right there, for me, says, I know I'm enough. So as I dive into this earthly contract, yes, there may be bumps, there may be bruises, there may be some turmoil, but at the end of it all, I know who I am. Balance will be restored. Why? Because I am balanced. So I am not going to only see the problem. I'm going to find the solution. Why? Because that's who I am. And for you, I am grateful, and for me too. Why? Because we are reflections of another. And I can't do this on my own, and neither can you. We may not be physically together, but spiritually we are one. And I am grateful for all that you have chosen to do in this realm and in the spiritual realm too. Thank you. Now, second, this full moon in Cancer. I'm not going to go through each zodiac sign on this video. And I'm not even going to do the elements. This is a family, soul family message on this Soulful Sunday. Now, this full moon in Cancer is on the 13th. For those of you who are here, I do apologize. I've been saying the 14th. One of my astrological apps, it says the 14th, and it's one of the ones that I use for the most part for self, you know. So it's really personal. And I was like, well, when I'm going on the other sites and I'm gathering and I'm listening and I'm studying and meditating, it's saying the 13th. It's the 13th, you all. So please forgive me. It is the 13th. And I encourage any of you who are being called to work with this full moon in Cancer as Grandmother Moon illuminates all things needed. All things. Grandmother Moon wants you to be clear of the clutter so that you can receive all that she has to give. See, because with the illuminations, there comes graduations. Yeah, because see, the illuminations give you steps on how to get to just what it is that you were divinely given, and also show you what you need to weed out of your Garden of Eden. See, so yeah, she wants you to take some time. However you take your time, if it's prayer, if it's meditation, if it's sitting back and just listening, if it's going out in nature, take that time, yes, and tap in, listen to what your body has to say, what your soul has to say, what your spirit has to say, what your mind has to say. And I'm going to say this. I asked this question on Facebook yesterday. Are you really happy? Or have you come so far in playing pretend that pretend is no longer pretend, it's the daily living? And I remember when I asked myself that, for those of you who are here, did you just see that 555 come across that time of transformation? Okay, somebody is going through a major transformation. I see about 5 people. Babies, lean into it and know that you are safe. The unknown has your back like never before. Now, yeah, so I asked myself that 5 years ago. Yes, I did. And I did a checklist of pros and cons. And I can tell y'all, with everything I laid out on that paper, no, I was not happy, but I had to come to that knowing. I had to come to the realization that no, I wasn't happy. And there were going to be steps that I had to take, and it would piss some off. But that's okay, because see, I'm not here to suture what needs to be revealed. I'm here to reveal it so we can heal and move the fuck forward. Because if we can't grow and elevate and evolve, I don't even want to be involved. You heard me? And that's just where I'm at. So, and I'm picking up this attitude in this time, and I'm like, ooh, stuff is happening. But then it started happening on the inside. And I'm seeing things, family, and I'm having realizations with myself, and I'm realizing just how much I'm not happy and how much I had given myself away to make others happy because I was so unhappy. I had become a people pleaser. And I had lost those aspects of myself that made me happy because I was so worried about making them happy. And there was nothing wrong with that. But don't get so caught up in the daily life that you forget about yourself, because yourself needs you first before anything else. And I'm going to say this. Had I not set 808 on that time, but set with that realization that I would have never knew or known that I was operating from a space of PTSD responses in my daily life, cultivating my children, dealing with my entrepreneurship businesses, all of that, family, and that's what, hey, we're going to have to snatch the Band-Aid off and start shedding some stuff and start peeling some stuff back, because you need to see just what it is. No sugarcoating. Let's take those rose-colored glasses off and really see what it is. Are you making yourself sick with dis-ease, or are you allowing yourself to become what you hate? The dysfunction which you've spoken on since you were able to speak as a child. But that's what I love to do. Reveal the truth so that we can heal with the testimony and be the living proof. So I had to become that change. I had to let go and know that me letting go and allowing myself to step in the truth of the reality as I unlocked those things that I repressed and suppressed that held me in depression. because my trauma was subconscious and consciously. So they were both, yeah, I could go right into it and dig deep. So I am grateful for that, because I know there are some who are operating from that PTSD space. PTSD space. And I know that they have the subconscious memory, but they don't have it consciously. I'm praying that you find the assistance necessary so that you can unlock what you need to unlock and heal what you need to heal with energies who have not only your greatest purpose at heart, mind, body, soul, and spirit, but are willing to nurture you with compassion, accountability, forgiveness, and being able to release. 11:11 on that time. Y'all, I'm gonna say this. I'm just grateful that I was able to face reality, that I wasn't happy when I asked myself that question, because I had played pretend for so long, and pretend got so old that it sung a funky, stinking ass song, and I was tired of it. I was tired of living it every day. I was tired of looking at it every day. I didn't even want to look at myself. I covered the mirrors in my home. Don't let that be you. You need to seek spiritual guidance, divine guidance. Bruja got some openings and sessions available. You can book me by going to that description box, hitting that telephone number with a text, or emailing me on that email address. Okay? All of the services that I offer are on the community board, along with the prices, that telephone number, and that email address. For those of you who have allowed the madam to be of assistance to you on your self-mastery journey, I thank you. And I don't take it lightly, because I know trust is big, especially in these days and times with all of the scams that's going on, all of the upside down shit, all of the lies, the illusions that people create daily. It's very few pure souls out here, but we are here. And I know for you to be on the other side of that screen, you are one also at 13 on this time, because you wouldn't have been here this long. And that's your reminder. You are a pure soul. And a pure spirit too. And you choose to operate in it. And don't you let nobody tell you different. And I know you've seen the 13 on the time, and we got some divine feminines up in here. We got some divine feminines up in here, baby. Yeah, some of y'all might have been in the Five of Swords, but I can tell you it's upside down. It's over. Some of you, someone may have been trying to see you the Five of Swords, but Spirit said, get the back. You hear me? Bam, the divine said, not today. You hear me? The Supremest Council said, don't play with mine. Okay. Now, for those of you who are here, and this is your first time, I want to say welcome. You are divine. For those of you who are here and you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you for your support, family. And I'm infinitely grateful for you. Yes, I am. And I want to say your divineness is a reflection of the growth that we choose to stand in daily. Your growth is remarkable. For those of you who are new here, I'm just going to say this. Not only am I grateful for you, but see, whatever it was that you chose to say, myself, is choosing myself and my wealth because I am aware of who I am. And justice is mine. For the divine's eye is on this sparrow. And I know any projected negative arrow could never affect me. For I'm divinely protected. And I understand that. Whatever reason our algorithm brought us together, I want you to know that you are not here by accident, mishap, or coincidence. Yes, in the words of my mentor, you're here for a reason. Now, it could be a lesson, a season, a lifetime, but I don't get attached to that. Whatever it is that you're supposed to get, may you receive and continue to do your business, for it is divinely given as you gift the universe with all that you are. You've held back long enough. And so our algorithm has brought us together to show you, oh yeah, it's your time. This ain't nothing but your confirmation. It's your time to step outside that box. Do not be afraid of your gifts. Ooh, and I said it, and I said it, and I said it. Because the chorus confirming, y'all. For those of you who knew, I do like to sing around here. I sing, I rap, I freestyle, I get a little poetry. We got our Healing What They Left Behind with the acronyms, notebook sessions. Yeah, we a whole family over here. And then I'm going to tell you, we got a family channel where PDLENT218 shares his gift of the keys, and Brew shares either a freestyle or some divine messages, prophetic words, whatever spirit gives me to share. If you would like to come over there and be a part of the family, I definitely invite you and I welcome you too. And as you can see the smile on my face, I will be grateful to have you, okay? Bruj'sHauz and PDLENT218. You can catch that correct spelling in the description box. For those of you who are subscribed there, I want to tell you, thank you. I see you. Thank you. You hear me? Thank you. Now, first card on the table is the Queen of Swords. We're talking like Gemini, Aries. I said Aries. No mishap or coincidence. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, some of you may be attached to an Aries. You may have Aries in your moon. It may be your sun. It may be your rising. It may be your north. It may be heavily aspected in your chart. However it falls for you. It may be your Saturn or your Neptune. I don't know. You know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you want to get to know. Astro Matrix. Yes. Astro Matrix. Co-star. Yeah! You hear me? Cafe astrology, and pattern. I use all four. Okay, Queen of Swords. Here you go. Queen of Swords. Knowing what you know. Standing in it. Being strengthened as you sit on your throne. Speaking what you desire into existence, thinking what you desire into existence. This is that high priestess type of energy. See, you cannot be swayed. See, you're emotionally intelligent, mentally intelligent. You see, you're physically intelligent. See, what you did is you understand that this right here is your temple. And then you have an inner temple. So you take the time to nurture that inner temple. See, you ain't playing with it. We straight up family. I see you. See, Brew is sun sign gem, so I get it. That's that duality. And we just had that wax and gibbous in Gemini. As, you hear me? Wax and gibbous was sitting in Gemini, then went into Cancer. As the moon prepares for the fullness of her love and illumination on the 13th full moon in Cancer. And you may have been in this energy where you weren't allowing yourself to fully feel. So you may have blocked pieces of your intuition by doing that. If that's the case, it would be revealed on how to heal that aspect and that pulling the plug on that cord, so to speak. All right. They said dream state. 6 of Cups, you hear me? Childlike innocence. You can also use your childlike curiosity to fully unblock that your, I'm going to say, heart chakra, because I'm seeing the 3 of Swords in my third eye. So you may have endured some 3 of Swords energy, some heartbreak, and this can come from lovers, family, friends, whatever, co-workers. It can come from anywhere. And I can tell you from relating, when it comes from family, getting back here is a little hard, but I'm grateful that I got here, and I'm grateful that you did too, and that you are getting here, however it falls for your story. Just allow yourself to lean into this childlike curiosity. Get real fucking curious about you and what you desire and what makes you happy. As you see, this is higher self and inner child coming into one. You hear me? Your higher self is protecting your inner child. Your inner child is protecting your higher self. As you 8 of Cups some shit, you walking away because you know what it is that you desire. Let me see. We gonna flip it. Spirit, what else you got? Because we finna close this out. What else you got, Spirit? What else you got? What else you got for the family? Is this full moon? See? You walking away is a celebration. And y'all know how tarot is. This could have happened already. It just happened. Or it's about to happen. Either way, the 9 of Cups is here. This is wish fulfillment. You see the fruits of your labor. 4 Wands. You heard me? And it's leaving whatever you're leaving behind in the Hangman energy. Because they were hanging on to your energy to survive anyway. Ha! That's what they said. No longer can they use your energy to survive. They have to get their own and bring their own selves out of this hangman energy. And I just heard they're going to have to pull them own selves up by their fucking bootstraps. Their own bootstraps, not yours. And I'm gonna hold these cards up. Yep, it must be some Creole energy up in here, Baton Rouge. You hear me? I'm feeling that. Gullah Jack. Them Geechee Empress. Yes. And then you got the 9 of Cups. This wish fulfillment. And the 4 Wands. This celebration. This family. You see the castle behind there? Who finna play with it? Because the fire is ignited. If it ain't been ignited, it's gonna be ignited. So I can tell you this. If you've been feeling like blah, this full moon in Cancer is bringing in that. See, Spirit play too much. Because I don't even be. That ignition is gonna be unlocked. Yeah, it's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here wishing, sipping on coke and rum. I'm like so hot, I'm drunk. It's a freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. Some of y'all finna go somewhere, and I'm finna tell you this. Y'all finna go somewhere and have some fun. Y'all finna meet some people. Y'all finna meet a person. You might get it in. Let me tell you something. Protect yourself, sister, brother, because babies, I see the cherub's been talking to me in my dreams. If you ain't trying to have one, do what you need to do to not have one. Okay? Now, secondly, some of y'all about to be flowed out. flowed out. Not flewed out. Flowed out. You hear me? Flowed out. And when I say flowed out, y'all gonna be bamboozled with miracles. Flowed out. Divine spirit about to lay it out for you. And you go, oh, flowed out. You hear me? Spirit, we're going to go over to the Lantern Oracle. I love when they come through like that. And the Sacred Rebel deck. And Spirit said, whoever this is, if they attempt to come back with this hangman energy, make sure you don't allow them to play on your discernment or your empathy. They will attempt to have you sympathize with them. But Spirit said you can show empathy and still move on in that 8 of Cups. Because that 8 of Cups is for you to do. Whether you done did it, you finna do it, or you thinking about doing it. Whatever phase it is for you. We all in different phases. I get that. Whatever phase you finna do it, you thinking about it, you done did it. And I can tell you for Bruja, whatever it is, I leave mentally before I physically do it anyway. Oh, see what I'm saying? Oh, look at me. If job, relationship, whatever, I don't care. Whatever it is. Hobby. Look, you heard me? Because, okay, so one of them was I used to love to drink alcohol. So it wasn't that I would drink a lot of it. I would drink enough just so I can get a buzz. And it had become so much of an issue with me. I was like, okay, so how you gonna separate this? And what you gonna let it go? How we gonna do this? 27 on the time. And it's just like, I said with myself, I'm like, exit. It's not good for me. And I really had to sit there, look at what it's doing, look at what it's doing, look at what it's doing. Yeah, it's okay if I want to drink a reader, if that's what I want, but overindulging, and that's when I realized, like, with all things there comes balance. And that's when I started kind of leaning back and I'm like, really? Okay, Spirit. So when you have those epiphanies, lean into them. And don't let nobody tell you that those epiphanies are not for you. If yourself tell you you need to walk away from somebody and you need to walk away from them, then do that for yourself. You owe that to yourself. Do not stay in those situations where you're being mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially abused to appease somebody else or because society said that's where you're supposed to stay. Don't do this to yourself. Okay, we're gonna get some spiritual guidance here and the outcome. One card for spiritual guidance and one card for outcome. We will ask for the card on the left to be spiritual guidance, the card on the right to be the outcome. Although they told us 9 of Cups. Spirit said, didn't I tell you 9 of Cups? Wish fulfillment, baby. Wish fulfillment. And in the words of my mentor, make sure you set you out a gratitude list with this full moon, baby, because whatever it is that's on the way, whatever it is that's on the way, is going to allow you to set yourself free through accountability. Spiritual guidance. 19. Responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and others. Accountability. And it truly is. When I say it truly is, when you can hold yourself accountable, forgive yourself, and release and move on. That's why I tell you, the mind, with the alcohol, the mind, it started in the mind. I had to mentally prepare myself for what I was about to do. Premeditated. Okay? All right. Now, may we please have the outcome spirit? Ooh. Boy, did you see it hop. Focus on the light. You hear me? Focus on the light. I feel one more. Just one more. Focus on the light, spirit. But while they're focusing on the light, you've been through a storm. Got it. You may be feeling empty. Focus on the light. Focus on the light. Choose to see things through your lighter lens. You have a dark one and a light one. Choose to see it through the light. Yeah. And that's number 1 and 37. 10 and 1. If you reduce the 10 to single digits, it's 1 again, and that's 11. I'm going to say this. Whatever storm you're coming out of, focus on the light. And I don't know who's here that's spiritual, and but I will say this. If you are grieving someone who has transitioned to the next realm, instead of grieving them, I challenge you to celebrate them and light a candle. Now, do you have to be spiritual to do that? No, you do not. You can be of any faith, any religion. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to be anything. You're connecting with your ancestor. And instead of grieving them, light a candle. Put on their favorite song. Dance around. Find something that they love in the kitchen and cook it. However, whatever you're being led to do. But instead of grieving them, I challenge you to celebrate them. And it's okay to drop some tears. Hell, I miss my daddy's physical presence like a mother. But I can tell you this spiritual connection, baby, can't tell T nothing and won't. Allow yourself to connect. It's part of the healing in the grieving process. Yes, this Bruja loves you. I'm signing out. And until we tap in, tune in, chime in, fellowship, and dine on that which the divine has to give, I want you to continue to be great, family. And see, it's not how fast you finish the race. It's about how you go through the race. And see, you're taking your time and you're digging things out so you won't project it out onto others like it was done to you. So I want you to look at yourself in the mirror today and reflect on that and say, I know I am great and great things are for me. Yes, be great, family, in all that you do, for greatness is you. There is no search for perfection, because when you were called into creation, whatever the creators chose to put into you, gift unto you, was perfected then. It has only been criticized by those who have signed up in their soul's contract only to play pretend NPCs. So you breaking free and choosing to operate in that which was divinely given to thee in your soul contract illuminates what they've also signed up to do. Remember that when you continue on your journey and they attempt to affect you from their decisions. that brings a cause and effect that ain't got nothing to do with you. All right, all right, all right, all right. If you need to get in touch with Brew for any of the services that I offer, again, you can do so by going to that description box, texting me, emailing me. You can also go over to the community board to check out all of the services that I offer with the prices. I love you all. Continue to be great and enjoy all of what this full moon in Cancer has to bring unto you, illuminate unto you, gift unto you, guide you through, and love on you with nurturing mother, grandmother nourishment as you continue to be great in all that you create. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. And allow that sun in Capricorn to love on that goat that's being called to stand in the duality of your soul and the polarity of your spirit. Peace. Continue to be great in all that you do.